Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Long lines in Hamtramck today of people who suddenly find themselves in need of filters just to feel safe drinking the water in their own homes.
An out-of-town city councilman refusing to observe the rules when it comes to COVID safety, and police in Detroit weren't having it. Good to have you with us at 6. That councilman from Warren was told he'd have to leave the TCF Center if he refused to put on a mask.
Eddie Kabasinski, who's had his share of run-ins with the law over the past year or so, told Detroit police he wouldn't mask up and wouldn't leave, so they put him in handcuffs. Larry Spruill working this story for us tonight. Larry, you spoke to the man who took the video of the whole thing.
Good evening, Kimberly. That man is a Wayne County commissioner, and he recorded the entire thing on his cell phone. He tells me that he was leaving the TCF Center here yesterday. He was attending that public hearing when he saw the city councilman and Detroit police. He tells me all of this was over wearing a mask.
Well, I was leaving the TCF Center and saw a commotion as I was exiting, and it was a guy standing there arguing with the police about whether or not he would tell him he wasn't refusing to wear a mask, basically.
Wayne County Commissioner Jonathan Kinlock recorded the incident on his cell phone, only sharing it with Local 4.
What was the purpose of him saying that he was a city council member?
Commissioner Kinlock identifies that councilman as Warren City Council member Eddie Kabasinski. In the video, Kabasinski refuses to wear his mask inside the TCF Center.
Did you need a mask?
I am not wearing a mask. This is a public meeting. This is operated by the state of Michigan. This is not a Detroit thing. This is a state of Michigan thing.
More specifically, it's a vaccination site, so it is, mandated. And of course, the officers were trying to explain that to the councilman, but he refused to even recognize that.
The video shows Detroit police repeatedly asking the councilman to leave, but he refuses.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving the building. I'm not leaving the building.
Kabasinski was recently arrested for handcuffing a woman during a Trump rally and arrested again for selling items without a permit, also at another Trump rally. And now, this arrest.
Excuse me. Get your hands off of me. Get your hands off of me.
The buck stops with the leadership of the city council, and they need to decide what proper image or decorum they want to have for themselves.
And they also did reach out to Detroit police. They tell me that city councilman was taken into custody for trespassing here at the TCF Center. I also reached out to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office. They tell me they are aware of this incident, but they have not received this case just yet. We're live at TCF Center in downtown Detroit tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
So, Larry, what's the councilman saying about this? Were you able to talk to him?
Yeah, and so Kimberly, we went to his house in Warren, but he did not answer the door. Kimberly?
Okay. Larry, thanks.
Tens of millions more Americans will soon be eligible for a COVID-19 booster. CDC's advisory panel has voted in favor of boosters for both the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines. The vote was unanimous this afternoon. It came after a long day of data and discussion.
So vote number 1 passes with 15 yeses and 0 nos.
An extra dose of protection is coming, with the CDC director promising to clear up the growing confusion.
Over the coming days, we will release clinical considerations and public health guidance that will turn these decisions into practice. CDC's recommendations will not just address who should receive a booster dose, but also include what vaccine they should receive, how, and when.
Moderna's booster is likely to be recommended for seniors 65 and older and adults at high risk from COVID due to health problems or living conditions or perhaps their job. But here's where it gets tricky. Moderna's booster is a half dose, given at least 6 months after the second shot. Those who are immune compromised should still receive a third full dose at least 1 month after the second dose. Moderna will not ship booster doses in different vials, so vaccine providers will need to draw up a half dose from the vials already widely available. J&J boosters will be identical to the original dose. They're likely to be recommended for anyone 18 and older as early as 2 months after the first shot. But the panel also supported allowing Americans to mix and match their boosters.
What we need to do is be clear
as simple as possible, allow for flexibility, given that there are a lot of people out there who have already made up their minds.
CDC director still has the final say. That decision, though, expected soon. And based on today's meeting, we can also expect a lot more detail on who needs a booster and which vaccines may be best for specific groups. We will stay tuned. Other coronavirus headlines today. Pfizer says recent trials show its booster dose restores a person's immunity against the virus to 95.6%. As of today, the United States has successfully donated and delivered 200 million COVID-19 vaccines to more than 100 countries around the world. Back here at home, Michigan's vaccine rate right now stands at 68.4%.
All right, we do have some breaking news just into our newsroom. The FBI has confirmed through dental records that Brian Laundrie, the boyfriend of murdered traveler Gabby Petito, is dead. Yesterday, you'll remember, human remains were found along with a backpack and a notebook belonging to Laundrie in Florida. Police had said he was a suspect in her disappearance and killing. Laundrie was last seen September 13th after he returned to his parents' Florida home without Petito and refused to talk with investigators.
Got pretty windy in some spots today. In fact, check out what happened during an interview that our Rod Maloney was conducting today.
What is your reaction to all of this? It is! Look at it's a transformer. An electric wire just went down. Oh, geez.
Wow, well, that was the scene. That was over at 24th and Jefferson, leading to some arcing wires, and you can see the trees blowing there in the wind. Andrew, so how are things looking for tonight? Really windy.
That's right, and still remains breezy. Quite astounding there. Unfortunately, quick thinking by Rod Maloney and the photographer there, catching it on video. We still have breezy conditions out there. There are no watches, there are no warnings or alert, but still you want to be cautious because some areas still remain wet. You can see a few scattered light showers and sprinkles, nothing like the heavier showers and thunderstorms that woke us up this morning. You got some light rain strewn across portions of northern Oakland County, north of Waterford. However, Waterford, you'll feel these raindrops. Same thing in Pontiac within the next 15 to 30 minutes. Some heavier rain coming down, not too heavy, south of Saginaw. This is going to move across the I-69 corridor and right along Hall Road within the next few hours. So it remains wet with scattered showers as we go through this evening up until about midnight. And temperatures will be dropping as well. It's now down to 60 degrees over at City Airport, 59 in Mount Clemens, but temperatures nearly 10 degrees lower off to our west. We got a cold front moving through, so it becomes chillier later tonight. It's 57 degrees right now over at the airport. If you're coming downtown to check out the Red Wings going up against Calgary, pick out your favorite Red Wings jacket and hat in order to stay warm outside of LCA as temperatures drop from the middle 50s just before the puck drops toward the low 50s and even upper 40s by the final play of the game. How much colder does it get later tonight? We'll talk more about that and, of course, your full weekend forecast in moments. Remember, you can track rain, temperatures, anything you like weather-wise with weather in the palm of your hand with the Local Forecasters app. It is faster, easier, and it's perfect when you're on the go. The Local Forecasters app, download it now. It's free. Search WDIV in your app store.
Okay, Andrew, thank you. Westland High School is locked down this afternoon over reports of a student with a gun. Sky 4 over a large police presence this afternoon at John Glenn High School. The school's resource officer was notified of a fight before noon. The school was locked down as a precaution, and officers eventually found the student unarmed. No weapons were found on school property. Once the building was secured, the lockdown was lifted. Westland Police and the school are investigating.
People who live in Hamtramck stood in long lines today for water filters. City started giving out the devices today after 6 homes were found to have high lead levels in their tap water. Victor Williams spoke with some of the frustrated residents who just want to know that their water is safe. Victor.
So many residents have decided to take advantage of what the city of Hamtramck is offering, those free water filters and replacement cartridges. But one of the residents right here in the crowd is saying that this is not enough.
You know, this is something that we have to really, take serious because of, we had the Flint issue. So we definitely don't want to have a Hamtramck issue.
Eleanor Tony is happy to be receiving her water filter and replacement cartridge from the city of Hamtramck Thursday morning.
I'm really appreciative that they did this for us.
But Ibrahim Al-Jahim, not so much.
And this is the second time it happened. It happened in 2018 and now it happened again. You want us to be another Flint?
Abraham says the city should be doing more in response to high levels of lead being found in the water of several homes.
They're only passing out 700 filters. Look how much people are on the line. Look how many, the cars are all the way to Dick Winder. You know, that's a problem that we have. In Hamtramck, we have 6,800 homes.
But Mayor Karen Mayoski says this is only the beginning of what's to come.
Not every household is affected. But second of all, this is just stage one. So, you know, we got this together as quickly as we could.
On the other hand, State Rep Abraham Ayash says there's a deeper problem that lies within the city's infrastructure. He's insisting that 5,800 homes have lead service pipes that need to be replaced.
The broader job is to try to fix this issue, you know, before this becomes a full-blown crisis.
Now, if you're a Hamtramck resident and you are not able to get your hands on one of these water filters, you're advised to drink bottled water as much as possible until the city is able to hold another one of these events. In Hamtramck, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Yeah, all right, Victor. Now, another community informing its residents about lead in the water, the village of Manchester in Washtenaw County, west of Ann Arbor. Its annual testing sampled water in 19 homes. 7 of them came back higher than the action level, which triggers a public advisory and also triggers further investigation. Lead was found to be at 31 parts per billion, more than double the action level of 15 ppb. Residents are not being told that they shouldn't drink the water, but officials are encouraging use of lead filters. So starting tomorrow, those who can't afford filters can get them at no cost. That will be at the Village Hall.
A big traffic closure that went into effect this morning is going to affect drivers for a few weeks here. Both ramps from southbound I-75 to I-696 are now closed and will remain so until mid-November. MDOT says pavement and a barrier wall need to be repaired, so drivers will have no access to 696 when traveling southbound on I-75 again until the 11th of November.
Still ahead, there is a subject more Michiganders are talking about on social media than people in other states. May tell us a little something about the economy, in fact.
We'll have that coming up. Plus, here's Rod.
The Macomb County Intermediate School District reporting COVID numbers off the charts compared to other counties. And tonight, they're saying there's been a big mistake, and they'll explain.